Hello world, hello world, hello world. Today is Monday, January 6th, 2025. I want to welcome you to a special Monday business edition of the Paul Howell Show. Today, we will definitely focus on Netflix and with them having tonight's Monday Night Raw and what that will mean for Netflix going forward, in my opinion. So, have a seat, grab your favorite beverage, your favorite snack. We're gonna have some fun. Hello world. All right, let's talk some stocks here. As of right now, 2:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dow Jones is down 0.04%, currently at 42,715.64. Well, actually 42,707.64. This is all in real time. The S&P 500 is up 0.42%. Right now it's at 5,964.73. This is all in real time. AAPL 244.59. That's a plus 0.51. Arbitrum sparks 190 million gaming initiative. Led by Arbitrum DAO, the Gaming Catalyst program is set to begin distributing 225 million ARB worth nearly $190 million in ecosystem grants soon. The program is designed to fund 100 gaming projects as a key vertical for Arbitrum's popular Layer 2 network. Right now, Arbitrum is 94 cents a share as of right now. That is up 5.23%. And to cap off our cryptocurrency segment, on-chain revenue signals DEFI or DeFi renaissance. Decentralized finance has seen a resurgence with on-chain earnings for AVE or AAVE and Maker DAO recently nearing all-time highs. In December, capital AAVE and Maker DAO generated nearly $60 million and $40 million in revenue, respectively, while closing in on records last set in 2021. So you could do what you will with that information, but this is from Coinbase as of January 6, 8:30 a.m. this morning. So all this cryptocurrency news is coming from Coinbase.com. So if you want more information, you can go on Coinbase.com, or you can actually go on Crypto.com and look for more information when it comes to cryptocurrencies and what are the trends or what is going to happen next. And you can do your own research and go from there. All right. Tonight, Monday, January 6th, tonight at 8 p.m., WWE Raw will debut on Netflix at 8 p.m. Monday Night Raw will be available only on Netflix. Viewers will need a Netflix subscription to watch this event, and it's available at no additional cost. Fans with any Netflix subscription tier will be able to watch. So all you need is a Netflix account, and you will be able to watch Monday Night Raw. That's courtesy of US Today News. Now, I want to add my opinions when it comes to the business of this big event when it comes to Netflix and WWE and other sports moving forward when it comes to streaming services. So we know that WWE is going to have a lot more freedom when it comes to being on Netflix or being on a streaming service instead of being on cable. One, they don't have to worry about being bumped off if the show goes over its time. Two, they have a longer leash or maybe an unlimited leash on the content that can be displayed. Kind of like the Attitude Era of the late 90s and early 2000s, where almost anything flew. Curse words, adult-ish content and things of that nature. So, you had a little blood here, and a lot of different segments that feature content that was for mature audiences. And I think if they're going to do that, it's going to be probably after the 9:30, 10 p.m. hour. Raw's going to be for 3 hours, all on Netflix. It might go over. This is a win for Netflix, in my opinion, because since the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson debacle, they've been doing very well when it came to live sporting events so far. The last live sporting event that I know of before tonight's Raw, they did the NFL games for Christmas Day. And I was able to watch it in a place that didn't have a lot of great reception, but I watched it from my phone. There was no buffering, no delays. It ran clear. Both games, I think it was 2 games that ran clear on Christmas Day. Christmas Day, where most of the country were at home watching these shows. We're able to watch these shows because a lot of people weren't working. So that was a big win. Tonight would be another step towards Netflix supremacy. Why do I say that? Because now, since they have Raw, people are going to be tuning into Raw. They're going to stay on Netflix. They're not going to switch. So if any advertisers want to get with the WWE and try to advertise some things, you need to get in contact with them as soon as possible. Now, if I was Netflix, I don't know how possible this is, but if I was Netflix, you already have a couple of NFL games that receive a lot of viewership just for Christmas Day. If I was Netflix, I would call the NFL to see if I can purchase more games and have more games on my platform throughout the NFL season. It's an 18-week season. 18-week season. So if I was them, I would see if I could get maybe one 1 p.m. game and get one 4:30, 4:25 p.m. game. So try to get one 1 p.m. game and one 4:30 p.m. game. Which, I mean, they might have to try to see. I mean, right now, I guess those rights belong to Fox and CBS, or Fox and Paramount Plus. But if there's a way, if they can get some of those games, then they're going to get more viewership. And, you know, because more and more people, we're doing more streaming now, and more people are unplugging away from cable, and more people watch Netflix and other streaming services. So I suggest that since Netflix and Amazon, because Amazon has the Thursday night games and those go very well and never have any buffering or anything like that, I think it's going to be a battle between Netflix and Amazon on who can get more sporting events, especially NFL games, because here in America, we love our American football. And we will watch our American football. And now, since it's going on these streaming services, it gives us more options to watch American football, whether we're on the go or not. Now I can pull out my phone and be like, oh, okay, since I'm not going to be home, I'm going to be on the road, I can turn on Netflix and watch Monday Night Raw. But now I can watch the football games. And not just like I said, if there's a way that Amazon or Netflix can get one of those games from Fox and CBS, you know, which includes the 1 p.m. games and the 4:30 p.m. games, that will be huge. That will be a big victory for those two. And I'm pretty sure it's going to bring them a lot of revenue. So Netflix, Amazon, figure it out. Now, would it cost Netflix and Amazon to probably raise their prices? Probably a little bit. But NFL fans, they will pay a little bit more to be able to watch their team instead of, oh man, the local games at 1 p.m. or 4:30, they're showing this game, but I want to see this game. So it gives them that extra option to be like, you know what, I'm going to turn to this game. Instead of having to deal with local TV. Now it may have an effect on the business of, with the NFL, with their subscriptions or whatnot, to be able to watch all their games as far as Red Zone. But I'm pretty sure that Netflix and Amazon are willing to put up the dollar amount and create a partnership with the NFL where the NFL can still benefit instead of being in competition with itself and Netflix and local stations, because not everybody don't want to, purchase the Red Zone. In the NBA, they're having ratings issues. So if I was the NBA, if I was Netflix, I would be calling the NBA, because right now it seems like their product is losing value. So now if I'm Netflix, I'm like, hey, I could get, why don't you give me some of those games? Instead of just having, TNT, which is going to be done pretty much. I think they're going to be done with NBA games. TNT's going underwater. We don't want to watch, they can't watch ESPN all the time. Why don't you give us Netflix and Amazon Prime, hey, give us some of those games. Give us some of those games, during the season. Give us some of those playoff games. Give us some of those NBA Cup games. Give me some of those play-in matchups. We have a partnership. We'll cut a check or two. Partnership, a lot more eyes. People are going to watch, especially if the companies have a longer leash being on the streaming platforms also, and they don't have to worry about getting bumped. I mean, it's worth the shot. I mean, I'm just saying, this is just my opinion. If it's possible, Netflix and Amazon Prime Video, Jeff Bezos, I'm talking to you. You guys should consider that. You guys, I don't know if you guys really have other content, but that has to do with sports, and you're good with that. Consider it. Also, while you're at it, try to get some of those soccer games or football, from worldwide. Get the other leagues that's around the world. I don't know all the other leagues by names, but it's football or soccer fans here in America too that would love to watch those games from around the world. And also, it would give aspiring youth who want to play soccer something to watch, and to watch some of the best players from around the world. Because let's be real, let's be honest with ourselves. The best players in football and soccer do not reside here in America. I'm not talking about Messi. Messi's been here. They don't come from here. They come from Europe. They come from South America. That's where they come from. They come from Asia. Right now, usually is more Europe and South America. That's where the best soccer players from around the world, that's where they come from. Who were the last 4 World Cup winners? Where they come from? It wasn't the United States. It's just more options, and you want to be the first to offer these services. So, Jeff Bezos, the leader of Netflix, start making some calls, and just see what happens. Because trust me, it's worth the price. I want to talk about some music today. Usually I don't really get to music like that, but this trending story has to be talked about. We have to have a conversation about this. USA Today reports Liangelo Ball, the former basketball player, has a new hit song. I don't know why they wrote like that that has fans nostalgic for the early 2000s. Former high school basketball standout and Facebook reality show star Liangelo Ball is not the first musician many expected to write about. No, a lot of people they wrote him off. They didn't really care about his rap music, but all of a sudden, let's read some more. Clutch Points reports Liangelo Ball's Tweaker, the song is called Tweaker, had the Cavs locker room going up after beating the Mavs. Liangelo Ball, often overshadowed by his brothers Lonzo and LaMelo, has found a fresh new way to capture the spotlight. So it's a lot of news. I mean, you have Amra St. Brown, who plays for the Detroit Lions, danced to Liangelo Ball's viral rap song Tweaker to celebrate #1 seed. And the NFL posted the lyrics from the song on their Facebook page also. So, lessons we learn here. Social media can really push things to the forefront and help someone break through that wall. Help someone break through. First, it started out when Liangelo Ball released the song Tweaker. Everybody was saying, oh, this sounds like an old Cash Money Records track from the 2000s. This sounds like something you did that you make in the 2000s. Oh man, this sounds so old. This sounds like Big Timers. And, you know, everybody had jokes at first. But then people start to listen to it more and over, and they see the chorus is catchy. Now, more and more people are talking about this song, and they having a song. The more they talk about the song, the more popular the song gets, and the more people are going to stream it, which means more sales, which means more popularity. First, it started off people making fun of him. Now, he has a hit. Nobody expected to get a hit from him. Will more artists kind of like turn the clock back to around those times to make music that sound like it would be from those times? The 2000s? Late 90s? Maybe. But I know this. Liangelo Ball was the first to do it. Congratulations to Liangelo Ball for putting out a record and not be afraid of what people may think. Because when a lot of people will be afraid, like, I don't know, man, I gotta make something. They make songs that sound like records that are already out because they wanna follow the trend. No, buck the trend. I was talking about this, about bucking the trend, about making a wave, starting the trend, when I mentioned that companies need to bring a little sexiness back into their commercials and be the first to drop it, be the first to put it out. Now, some may say, oh, it may be issues with that. It may just be a drop in water. How will the company's image fare, months down the road? I mean, the companies, they tried everything else that some people may not have liked. We know, I'm not going to get into all that, but a lot of people know what I mean by some of these companies. Like some of these beer companies tried things that they shouldn't have did. So remember, listen, the power of social media can turn life around for the better or for the worse for anyone. So, which means, like I said, it's a lot of popular, men and women that are popular from social media, whether it's through OF or through Instagram and things of that nature. Social media is here to stay, and everybody's looking at social media every day. So they're going to recognize these people that you pick up for these commercials. And social media has everybody recognizing this Tweaker song now. Tweaker by Liangelo Ball. He's having success right now because of social media trying to make fun, but then if it wasn't for people making fun of him on social media, maybe a lot of people wouldn't have heard that song. They're like, what is this? And then, all of a sudden you bob your head and now you're singing along. Like, wait a second. This doesn't sound so bad. People were saying like, oh, we need to go back to this kind of music. I don't like the new music. Well, there you go. And Liangelo Ball is the first to do it because he went with his gut and didn't follow trends, and he thought on his own. He did it on his own. He did it all on his own, and he followed his own advice, as far as I know. So the lesson here is take a chance. Take a chance. Take a calculated risk. Everything you do is a risk anyway. You can risk working 40 years for a place, and then you might die before you get to enjoy your retirement. You may take a risk in a bet. You may lose all your money. You may win it. It's a risk in everything. But you gotta be able to. You gotta take a risk sometime. And we'll see how many people follow after that. I want to thank you all. For tuning in to Business Brief of the Paul Howell Show. And I hope you guys will be here Thursday night for a whole rundown of a lot of things, because I'm going to have a lot to talk about during Thursday night. But today, it's a business day. Stocks open up, started business week. So make sure that you're doing the things that's going to get you ahead in the business world. Make sure you put in the extra hours, you're doing extra studying and things of that nature. So thank you for tuning in, and let's have a great work week, everyone. Thank you.